Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello and how are you?
No one uses SWOT analysis nowadays? What even is a SWOT analysis? What the f? I need a shower. Now I feel better. Sometimes you need a shower to wash away dirty words. Brrr. By the way, welcome to this third lesson of my digital marketing course, and the topic of today is SWOT analysis. Yes, it is used also nowadays, and I will explain you the meaning of it, how it can benefit companies, and I will show you how to do it. So now let's begin. SWOT analysis is an acronym and represents a powerful assessment tools for business and projects. SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Marketing and management of Kotler and Keller states, the overall evaluation of a company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats is called SWOT analysis. It's a way of monitoring the external and internal marketing environment. So, of course, it is necessary for a business to operate because it represents the prior step to goal setting. The first component, strengths, are all the internal factors that can represent a competitive advantage. Does the business have any successful process? What's the business value proposition? What assets does the team have that make the business unique? Like knowledge, education, network, reputation. Does the business have any physical assets like customer, equipment, technology, patents, cash? So now you can understand that the company has the total control on all of these elements because they are internal. And similarly, weaknesses too, because they are internal factors that block a company's development. And they answer questions like, what are the flows in the business processes? Does the business lack tangible assets like money or equipment? Does the team have gaps? Can team management be improved? Is the business located in the best area to succeed? Then the third letter is O, opportunities, and they are all the external factors that can contribute to a company's growth. Is the target market expanding? Will the consumer be encouraged to buy more of the product or service offered? What upcoming events can the company exploit to grow the business? And what about law and regulations? Is it expected any change that can positively impact the organization? Finally, the last point of this acronym is the opposite of opportunities, threat, and they represent all the external factors that can block a company's growth. Are potential competitors expected to enter the company's target market? Will the business be able to buy raw material at a convenient price? How much power do suppliers have? Can future technology improvements negatively impact the business? If consumers' behavior shift can adversely affect sales? Is the target market stable or its trend can become a threat? You understood that SWOT analysis is divided in two parts: internal environment analysis, strengths and weaknesses, and external environment analysis, opportunities and threats. Organizations are not perfect, so trying to transform every weakness into a strength is madness. Perfectionism is the first enemy of any company. But if you do the SWOT analysis and write down all the weaknesses and strengths, you can evaluate them and decide what weakness develop into a strength in order to boost the profit of your company. In order to help you in this process, I wrote in the description below a link where you can get my checklist for performing strengths and weaknesses analysis. Regarding the external environmental analysis, what can we say? Every marketer should monitor macro and micro environmental factors that can affect the capacity of earning profit. Because finding attractive opportunities is one thing, but another is being able to take advantage of them. Kotler and Keller says, good marketing is the art of finding, developing, and profiting from these opportunities. So remember to always keep a lookout. If we deepen the environmental analysis and we set aside politics and the other factors, but we focus just on buyers' behavior, marketing opportunities can come mainly from three sources. A company can offer something that is in a short supply, an existing product or service in a different or superior way, or something new. Let's explain this point with examples. A company can introduce hybrid product or service by matching trends from different industries. Just think about the mobile phone. With a smartphone now you can take pictures, okay? You don't need an actual camera. Or phones have the GPS system integrated, and it represents a mix of two products from different industries. Businesses can also make the purchase process more effective. Think of internet. You can just go online and benchmark different prices for the same product with few clicks. Marketers can also let customers personalize the product or service. For example, Timberland allows users to tailor the colors for different sections of their boots, add initials, numbers, and choose different stitching or embroidery. Otherwise, they can introduce another capability. For example, iMovie for Apple. It enables Mac users to create and edit and upload online digital videos. Another strategy that you should consider, and it works perfectly for e-commerce, is to fasten the delivery of a product or a service. Similarly, you can use these ideas to steer clear from threats, because as we have already said, threats are unfavorable developments or trends that if you don't take a defensive marketing action, they can lead to a decrement of profits. Before that I continue, let me digress a little and explain you how pest analysis can help marketers to audit a business external environment. Usually organizations have to deal with threats and opportunities that pop up in different time frame. You have the short term, middle term, and long term. So I don't know, few months, 2-3 years, 7, 10, 15, 20 years. SWOT analysis usually points out short and middle term factors. Instead, pest analysis covers the long-term ones. PEST is an evaluation of political, economic, social, and technological factors. As you can see from this image, all of these elements can be included in the SWOT analysis. So it helps marketers to broaden the lookout. During my career as a digital marketer, I saw many entrepreneurs jumping around and diving into activities like crazy without having the real awareness of the context which surrounds them. And most of the time they waste a lot of time and money to do activities that they are not so important for the business. But you know that time is money, so they waste double money. Entrepreneurial risk is fine, but you should minimize all the unnecessary risks. And how can you minimize the risk? With SWOT analysis. And this is also the way that SWOT analysis benefits companies. According to a study of Guidant Financial and Lending Club, Small Business Trends 2019, only 29% of small business owners have a bachelor's degree. And for me, it means that they lack the necessary management skills to scale up their business. So of course, they might not understand the importance of performing a SWOT analysis. Good governance is fundamental to bring a small business to the next level. According to a 2018 survey of SCORE called The Family Business Successes and Obstacles, 94% of family-owned companies are controlled by supervisory or advisory boards, because they understood that if they want to grow, they need the support of a skilled manager. That's why it's crucial, the role of a marketer in a company. If you haven't done a SWOT analysis before, this is the time to take a piece of paper and Start doing it. SWOT analysis is a critical block in a business governance, and it represents a unique opportunity to get insight into how a business operates. Small business entrepreneurs are usually generalists and jump around from one activity to another breathlessly. Performing a SWOT analysis can help them to have a bird's-eye view on their industry. You don't want to suddenly end up broke like Blockbuster, right? For those who missed it, Blockbuster is out of the market because the leadership underestimated the power of content streaming. So other competitors like Netflix pushed Blockbuster out of the market. While Kotler and Keller describes the SWOT analysis as an evaluation to audit a whole business or company, I can tell you that you can use SWOT analysis also for projects like advertising campaign or editorial plan, trade shows, events, and so on. Performing a SWOT analysis provides small business with intel to implement countermeasures against threats and weaknesses. In other words, they can take advantage of this evaluation for budgetary plans, identifying hiring needs, and other mid or long-term planning. So here is the sweet spot of this video, how to do a SWOT analysis. Before starting, you should know that the SWOT analysis process changes according to the purpose that you're using it. For example, if you want to analyze or audit a website, you will use specific tools, because of course to perform a SWOT analysis you need data and you have to retrieve this data somehow. So now I'm gonna explain you the general process to achieve a SWOT analysis. The first step is to gather people together, because you will have a better outcome if you work in a team, and draw across on a piece of paper or on a screen if you are working remotely with collaborative tools. Your first two quadrants on the top will represent the internal factors, strengths and weaknesses. Instead, the quadrants below will represent opportunities and threats, the external environment factors. The second step is brainstorming. You have to set a timer because you don't want to brainstorm forever, and write down ideas for each quadrant. Do it individually without influencing each other. When time's up, you will have your cross filled out with everyone's input. And now it's time to group ideas and eliminate duplicates. The first step is rating ideas according to how much they affect the organization or the project. Also here, set a timer and discuss each idea separately till everyone is aligned. Once you're done, you are ready to share the results. Grab your intel and bring it to the relevant stakeholders, because the next step of your marketing strategy is goal setting. I suggest to keep this report because you can use it to monitor the progress of the strategy or as an input for future reviews. As always, in the description below you can find the link of the related blog article where you can find more in-depth information about SWOT analysis, and I also insert an interesting example of SWOT analysis, and it is the SWOT analysis of McDonald's. So if you have time, you can read it. Every week I come up with a digital marketing lesson, so if you don't want to miss it, subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications. Smash that like button if you like this video, and see you soon!
Thank you.